my next guest, I'm waving at you. Hey. No, that's you, well, personally. I'm sorry. I was messing with you. My next guest, she actually does henna. Yeah. I always was interested in this. Like, I want to know, like, well, you're going to hear the question I'm going to ask her. But, yeah. She does henna. She's very, very, very talented. I was on her page. And I just, looking at stuff. Yeah, you really are talented. So, I'll let you explain what you do. I'm talking too much. Here you go.
So what do? I am a henna artist.
But before you even start that, introduce yourself. Tell me where to follow you at. That's the main thing, the business.
So you can follow me at Henna Motifs, NYC. That's HENNA MOTIFS NYC. And also on Facebook, it's the same handle, but that's where you can find me. My name is Stuya, and I am based in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn. VK. That's so Brooklyn song. Who is it? Fab right now? That was Fab, right? Yeah.
Casanova.
Casanova. Shout out them too. Brooklyn. Okay, cool. So this is real questions and real answers. We ask real questions.
I'm ready.
Okay, excuse me. Listen, I can't wait till you tell me what your sign is. Let's see.
What's my sign?
Yeah.
I'm a Taurus.
Oh.
So we like the most sane sign. What? No, we kind of sane. We kind of we kind of make good judgments.
Stubborn.
We kind of
Nah, but they good people off. But they just stubborn.
We people.
Y'all
we cut people off real fast.
Yeah.
Like, we don't.
You know what y'all want.
We don't go back and forth. Like it's like once we realize, all right, you ain't for me. We kind of cut that short.
She didn't say the magic sign, so she good. We're not gonna tell people the magic sign.
There ain't no sign.
I'll tell you off of camera what sign. They say that sign, I'm done.
What, Cancer?
Nah. Well, that was one of them originally, but nah.
They know the sign.
They know the sign. We'll tell you off camera. I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to be mean to my fans because this is one sign. Jesus Christ. All right. So anyway, how long have you been doing this?
I started in actually 2017. I started in 2017. I was like playing around with it, and I was like, okay, let me make this serious because I'm so impulsive, and then once I get tired of something, I quit it. So somebody was like, okay, let's see if you can go for 2 weeks doing something. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm not to prove you wrong. So I started making, just playing around with people like my friends and family. And then 2018, I did my first festival at the International African Arts Festival. And I didn't really have no customers. I cried legit, I was just like, nobody wants to see me. And then it wasn't until August I had my first customer, and so I just took off from there. So
that's all it takes. Once you get that first one, it's on, son. You know what I mean? Cool. Now, do you have a standalone business?
Well, my henna business is a standalone, and I am in a bookstore in Brooklyn. So.
Okay, cool. So, what's the difference between henna and jagua?
Jagua. Yeah. So henna is a plant, and so you crush it up. And when you add water, lemon juice, or whatever ingredients that you want to add, and over 24 hours, you let it sit, and it creates a paste, which releases a dye. So henna is the plant, and then jagua comes from a fruit. It's like before the fruit fully ripens, you squeeze it out, you squeeze the juice out, and it releases a black dye, and that stains the skin also. So I don't know if you ever seen people from the Amazon rainforest, and they have stains on them. That is jagua. So henna would look like you would put henna in a cone like this, and then the jagua it's actually like pure water. It's like just a black water, and then once you add the gum to make it thick, and then you have the jagua here. So that's the difference. And then sometimes I use the gold, we call it gold henna, or you might have white henna, but it's really just body paint. It's hyperallergenic, it's FDA approved or whatever, and it stays on your skin. That's what I have here, and it'll stay on your skin for 3 to 5 days generally. So but it's both natural. Now,
the design you have in your hand right now, right? You put it in the camera real quick. How long would it take you to do something like that?
I actually just did this last night before I got here, so it took me about an hour.
You know when you think you're talented, and you see somebody do some shit like that.
Yeah, so I was like, let me just do something.
Let me just draw on myself something very beautiful.
Because it was blank, and I was like, wait, if I'm gonna do this, I need to actually, represent. So
put a little close on this counter, they can see it. Yeah, y'all see that? She said she did it last night. It was about an hour. Anthony Giles will fail that project.
See, but when it comes to jagua or henna, henna, you want to do it 2 days in advance because it has to oxidize with the air. So it might start off a little bright orange, and then it gets darker within the next 48 hours. And then jagua, you have to do it the day or two before, because it starts off like it's a paste, like a gel, and then when you have to wash it off, and it's like straight invisible, like you don't even see anything. And then within the next up to 12 hours, the color starts coming back in, so it has to oxidize with it also. So it was like 2 o'clock last night, this morning, I was like, okay, I have to do it now, because if I don't do it now, the color's not going to show up in time for me to get here. So that's why you have to do, like, if you have an event or something, make sure you always get it in advance, a day or two, if you want it to show up.
Now, how many people actually, because jagua as popular as Henna, or?
Jagua is not, well, it's becoming a little bit more mainstream, and it's like, you know how once America like hooked onto something, like
it's over.
It's over. So it's starting to become like in the like a little bit more mainstream, but Henna is still a little bit more popular because people are more familiar with it. But the jagua is getting a little bit more popular in the black communities because, you know, Henna is nice and all, except it's hard on dark skin. It's like you have to keep it on for a very long time. And jagua is like, it complements dark skin. Like it'll actually show up, you know? So it's not more so what's popular, it's just, based on your skin tone, you might want to look into what you get. So if the darker you are, you might want to get the jagua, and then the lighter you are, you know, you can actually do both.
Well, you get people asking questions. You go to questions. There you go. Now, how long does the henna last, or the jagua?
So the henna and jagua, it can last up to 3 weeks. It just depends on how much you exfoliate your skin, saunas and the pool chlorine. If you wash your hand a lot, if you wash your hands, what you put on your hands is going to be at minimum 7 to 10 days. Now, if you put on a different body part, it can last up to 2 weeks, up to 2 or 3 weeks. It just depends on, you know, I mean, you don't got to bathe at all. You keep it on for about a good couple of months, you know.
You the babe, though.
You can stay away from water. You can stay away from water, but, you know, it just depends on how, and it interacts with your skin. Like, if you're somebody who sweats a lot, or, you know, stuff doesn't stay too long on your skin, like you get rid of stuff, it renews itself easily, it might last quicker, it might last longer. It just depends on your skin type. But generally, 7 days to about 2 weeks. So like this will probably last about, this part right here, from here to here, probably lasts up to 2 weeks. After about 7 days, this is probably gonna fade away because I wash my hands a lot.
So you be doing events? What type of events you be doing and stuff?
I do. Right now I'm doing like I'm starting to like work my way into the New York field, like I'm a homebody. So what happened is I'm doing a lot of festivals right now, but I do want to get into like house.
Now you keep saying you're going to work your way in New York field, but you're not from New York or something?
No, not from New York. I was born in Philadelphia, but I was raised in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, you from the South?
Yeah.
You from the South?
But I mean, I'm a little bit of everything. Like my family's from Trinidad, and then I was raised in North Carolina. And so, you know, then I got a little bit of the North. So I'm a little bit multicultural.
Yeah, you all over. I'm just
Philly. I'm everywhere.
Charlotte.
Philly?
Yeah.
Charlotte and New York. Yeah, those you cultured.
Yeah.
Yeah, you good.
So, but you know, I try to go back and forth to Trinidad often.
Oh, you Trinidad?
I would like to.
Niger.
I'm in the process of trying to do my little dual citizenship because I want to, you know, something pop off in America. I can roll out.
You sound like me and him, bro. Yo, I gotta get my passport renewed.
Yeah, I gotta get it.
I need that at him. Because you know, back the sidebar. If you have a passport, you need to get it renewed before. What year is this? Before 21. Yeah, because they want you to do the chip thing. You need to get the passport before then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm telling y'all. Anyway, yeah. So how often much do you charge normally to do something like this?
Well, this right here, I would charge maybe like $60 here.
Okay.
Like a basic hand, just something simple, will start up at $25. If you want a full hand, that means all 5 fingers, like up to your wrist. Maybe I maybe be nice and go a little further down. It'll be 40. And then like halfway maybe 55, and then to the elbow might be 70. So, you know, the little kids, little children, they want something, it'll be like $10. It just, you know, depends on how intricate you want it. Now you talking, you want bridal and stuff, now we getting into the hundreds. So
that's where you're gonna make your money at. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tap into that, you know.
So, you know, like I see that me and you spoke, but you were saying that you was gonna go to Africa. Is that like a thing of yours, or?
It wasn't. It's not really a thing of mine. It just, you know, once you start, you get a little older, you want a little stability. You know, I'm trying to start building, you know, different places. Like I was saying, I'm trying to
Listen,
do the dual citizenship.
me and my boy talking about the same thing.
I'm trying to
hear
do
you.
like the dual citizenship, so I'm trying to stake my claims in different places of the world. You know, you shouldn't always put all your eggs in one basket. You should always have places that you can travel to. Always have places that you can go around the world. So, you know, that was my thing. So I'm trying to do a lot of networking with different people from, you know, international countries. So that's really, I'm going over there just to
see what's going on. Yeah, I got a couple of friends that, you know, I went to college with. One's from Ghana, the other one's from Tanzania, and the other one's from, man, he's gonna kill me, Sierra Leone. So they was like, yo, they wanted me to come out there. I've been procrastinating, I'm gonna go.
No,
I need to go.
You
Yeah,
got to,
so
you got to.
definitely, that's one of them things that I always said I want to do. Like you said, to definitely have a place that I need to go to just in case, you know, things get crazy.
Right.
You know
and not just that, it's just good to be, you know,
well-grounded.
Well all around. You know, you just a lot of, particularly, you know, in our community, we just,
I need to see her.
It's just America, and we just here, and it's like nobody wants to leave the neighborhood or leave the state, and it's like, nah, you gotta go see what else is there to around you. You know, connect with your people in other countries. You know.
There she go. But we're gonna give her information definitely so y'all can see her. You know what I'm saying? For sure. All right, cool. That's definitely. Now, is this stuff hyperallergenic or like is it like?
Well, no, it's as natural as it come. Like, it's just literally just a plant. You take a plant off the tree, you crush it up.
I'm just asking a question these people asking me.
It's just it's safe. Now, with anything, like particularly jagua, if you're allergic to strawberries or like blueberries, you might want to do a sensitive, like a check first, because you can is a pear, like a jagua comes from a fruit, so if you're already allergic to some fruits anyway, you might want to check, you know, do a little sensitivity test. But the henna, I don't know, nobody has ever been allergic because it's literally from the henna tree. They crush it up. Like, you can plant your own henna tree if you want to and just make it from there, but just to make it easier, you buy the henna paste. And so my henna paste comes with henna powder, water. Sometimes I use lemon juice, but I hear a lot of people allergic to lemon, so I'm trying to cut back on that. And then I use sugar because it helps bind it, like if it wants to like sweat real fast. And then I use lavender oil because the oil brings out the stain in the henna. So.
Okay. Yeah. So where do you see your business going in the next couple of years?
Well, I want to have like franchise, like different henna. I like drawing it. I don't want to do it for the rest of my life, but you know, I want to have like little shops, different little henna shops in different areas, and you know, just expose the henna, what henna is to my people, because everybody thinks henna is like it's an Indian thing, it's like, but it's like henna has come from Africa, like ancient Egypt.
Say that
like,
one more time.
Henna comes from Africa.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's not in it. Like, henna tree grows in different regions of the area, but I think, you know, with the Indians, you know, they took it and it, you know, they ran with it, they made it big. But it's like, when it comes to us and our culture and our, you know, things that we do and our customs, it's like we'll do it for so long, but then when somebody else takes over it, we don't claim it, we don't own it. And it's like, no, henna is like West African, henna is Egyptian, like, they've been using henna for centuries and centuries, and it's like, so when people like, they come to me and they're like, oh, you do it, I didn't even know you're black, and it's like, yeah.
You didn't know you was black?
Yeah, they'll come, like, so many people come, like, appointments, and like, I didn't know you was black, I thought you was Indian. I'm like, henna is African, I'm African, you know, I'm black.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, though. That's
so, you know, so they're really shocked. So, you know, I just want to bring it down to, you know, our communities. You know, you use in school, you make a little bootleg tattoo with the eraser. I want to bring it to the children and say, okay, you want to give it a little tattoo, get a henna tattoo, you know, it'll last for a few days, and then you get something else, but don't damage your skin. So, but what I want to see is I want to have different franchises and different businesses. I don't want to just do henna. I want to have henna products and skincare, cosmetics.
That's definitely a lane.
And, you know, so, because you can put henna in different things. Henna is not just for staining the skin. You can put it in hair. You can put it in cosmetics. You can make nail polish with it. You can just do so much. So I want to have a line. So
that's dope.
That's what I want to do with henna. I want to do other stuff too, but as far as the henna business, that's what I want to do.
You burn sage?
I don't really burn sage like that. I mean,
you just look like type person.
I do look like type of person, but when it comes to, I'm not gonna lie, I do. But when it comes to all of that extra stuff, I don't get into that. I honestly don't. I mean, I know about it and I know the science of it. I just don't get into it because I just feel like I am a vessel for my own energy, and I don't need a medium to to access what I'm trying to get to. So I don't need to do all that crystal.
Now you know, just everybody burns sage for different reasons now.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you burn sage, you gotta follow it up, frankincense and stuff like that. Some people don't know that. They're like, just burn sage all day, you get rid of negative energy, you're getting rid of the good too. The next thing you know, it's just
you can conjure up stuff too, though.
It ain't nothing there, but you know, but when it comes to like ridding energy and all that stuff, I try just to focus on, I just focus on manifesting what I want to bring with the energy I want to bring. And I do a lot of praying to my ancestors and different things like that. So that's how I.
Before Wakanda, we've been doing this.
Of course, we've been doing that, and then you know, religion takes the place, and then you kind of lose where you come from. So you know, but I may burn sage a little bit because I like the smell of it.
Is there anything you feel that you need to do to progress your business, or do you feel as if like you know you want to like have partners with you in your business and stuff like that?
What I want to do to progress, I need to network more. I'm not really good with networking. I was the only child, and so when it comes to like talking to people,
and you're Taurus,
I'm like, I'm very like in my corner, like, you know.
Y'all, cause y'all very self-reliant, so it's like,
yeah, we don't really do all of that extra. Like I go to a party and be sitting there the whole time just judging people. Like, I'm ready to go. But you know, it might have my moments where I want to, you know, go out there. But for networking, like really, you know, getting hype and stuff, that's just not me. So I'm learning to step out, and I was the only child, so I've been by myself. So I'm learning to step outside of that box, and you know, and then also another thing that I can see where I can help my business is learning more about business. Period. Like it doesn't matter what you do. You be out here selling rocks. Like you have to know business. You have to know finances. You have to know how to market yourself. You have to learn how to create stability, you know, for generations to come. So it really doesn't matter what you're trying to sell when it comes to like learning business and learning this industry that you're in and learning how the banks work and all that stuff, and make sure you have the right paperwork. Like all of that is very important.
Yes, it is.
And when you want to say you have a business, that will take you from something to bootleg to something that's really legit, like, you know. So me learning business and taking courses, different things like that, is something that I need to get more into. So
yo, give these people your Instagram one more time so they can follow you.
My Instagram is Henna Motifs NYC. What's that? Oh, Henna
Right
Motifs NYC, and that is where I'm at Instagram. So follow me, check me out, and then you can learn a little bit more about me. You know, I'm a little reserved, but I'm a very interesting person. I think so.
You know, you are interesting. So you actually talk to people about stuff I probably never even knew. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually looking into your flyer right now. You got some good stuff, some good things to talk about.
Yeah, I do little things. I don't just make henna too. I do like I like make crowns and stuff like that. I'm into art. I've always just been into art, period, since I was a child. So
you sound like him. He's like that.
I do like yarn art, and I make I paint and that different. But this was something that it was a niche, because I was like, oh wait a minute, I can make money from this, like, you know. So that's why I like really jumped on this. But I do all kind of arts. Like that's just what I do. That's just what I've been. I went to different art schools, and when I was starting college, I was about to do I was trying to get my associates for fine arts, and then I was like, I'm not going to school for no art. I'm not paying y'all. So then I was like, let me just do my side thing. So I started doing computer science, but for the most part, I was going to school for arts, and then I just kind of dropped that. So
cool. Like I said, did you repeat your Instagram or no?
Henna Motifs NYC, and that's where you can find me at.
She in Brooklyn, based in Brooklyn. I'm gonna have all her information posted up on her actual episode and stuff.
Yeah, right on Brooklyn. You ain't gonna miss me. It's just a big old building. You can't miss it.
Yo, you have been very informative. Now, see, the thing is, I don't know if anybody wants to try getting. Henna, we don't have to do all that today. I'm gonna come to your business.
Nah, come there. Once you come pull up, it's a whole new world. You can be like, oh wait, I need to do some more event.
It's actually to get somebody in their element. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can. That's what we normally do. We'll come and see how you do in your element.
All right.
This is like part of it, and the next part will just come to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on.
All right. So I definitely appreciate you coming out.
Oh, I got a question.
Oh, he got a question.
I got a question.
Finally.
What is the meaning of the double ankh?
So this is an ankh.
Good question. That was a good question.
The meaning of the ankh is life, and then what we call this is an ankh tweed. It's a double ankh, which you would call it. You call it an ankh tweed. Represents, in simplest form, a double resurrection. You know, life on earth and then life after death. So once if you come to me, I can teach you a little bit more about that and what that is. You know, so yeah, that's a whole new subject. But just know this is an ankh tweed, and it's representing the double resurrection. So.
Facts. So I appreciate you coming through today, and we're gonna take some photos. And
my name is Thuya, and you can find me at Henna Motifs NYC. That's HENNAMOTIFS NYC on Instagram, on Facebook, and you've been what?
Oh, yes. This never fails. Yes.
Okay, at least I'm not the only one then.
No, you're not.
You've been watching the real Q&A.
You was killing it at first.
Okay.
And I was like, she got
So
messed
you
up.
said you've been watching the real Q&A?
Thank you for watching the real Q&A, or whatever you want to say.
Okay, thank you for watching the real Q&A. Okay, I got it. Okay, you ready? You go crop. Okay, you put that right. Okay, so my name is Thuya, and you can find me on Instagram at Henna Motifs NYC. That's HENNAMOTIFS NYC, and on Facebook. And thank you for tuning in. You've been watching Real Q&A.
Hey, got it.